document. A number of other well-known people are named in the papers, though, of course, that doesn't implicate them in any wrongdoing. In her deposition, Sjoberg reports that Jeffrey Epstein told her, quote, "Clinton likes them young," referring to girls. That, of course, there was referring to former President Bill Clinton. Sjoberg, it's worth noting, says she never met or saw Clinton personally. A magician, David Copperfield, is also mentioned, with Sjoberg alleging, quote, "He questioned me if I was aware that girls were getting paid to find other girls." Other celebrities mentioned include Michael Jackson, who Sjoberg alleges she met at Epstein's Palm Spring house, but says there was no contact between them. Another document unsealed by the court is an email from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell. In it, Epstein writes this: "You can issue a reward to any of Virginia's friends, acquaintances, family that come forward and help prove her allegations are false. The strongest is the Clinton dinner and the new version in the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy." So they're discussing sort of paying people for evidence that can disprove Virginia Giuffre's claims. Stephen Hawking mentioned there was photographed on Epstein Island in 2006 while he attended a physics conference on a neighboring Caribbean island. I say Epstein's Island, not Epstein Island. There has never been any accusation of wrongdoing against the late physicist. Also appearing in the documents is former US President Donald Trump. He is mentioned just 4 times, but no accusations are leveled against him. Ghislaine Maxwell is also mentioned in the documents 208 times. In one document, the allegations of Epstein's former household manager, Alfredo Rodriguez, are reported like this: "I know she went out and took pictures in the pool because later on I would see them at the desk or at the house, and nude. 99% of the time they were topless. They were European girls." Rodriguez is then asked, did they appear to be doing anything sexual? He says, "Yes, ma'am." And in these instances, were the girls doing sexual things with other girls? He says, "Yes, ma'am." And I'm still talking about the pictures on Miss Maxwell's computer. "Yes, ma'am." After he left Epstein's employment, Rodriguez also testified that Maxwell threatened him, alleging that she told him never to discuss her or contact her again. So this is Alfredo Rodriguez again. She said, "I forbid you that you're going to be. I will be sorry if I contact any of her friends again." She said something like, "Don't open your mouth," or something like that. "I'm a civil, humble. I came as an immigrant to serve his people. And right now you feel a little, I'm 55 and I'm afraid. First of all, I don't have a job, but I'm glad this is on tape because I don't want nothing to happen to me." So clearly someone who's very scared of Ghislaine Maxwell and someone who knows about what Ghislaine Maxwell was doing. So you can read between the lines what's going on there. Following the release of the files, Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, Arthur Adila, appeared on News Nation.
You talk to Ghislaine almost every week. You know, is she going to start talking?
No. Well, I don't think she has anything to talk about, except maybe that if you look at this crime, this overall crime, it's all about men abusing women for a long period of time, a lot of men. That's what we're waiting for this list. And there's only one person in jail, a woman. It's not one guy behind bars for all of these crimes, this sex trafficking.
She brought him the women, the girl. I should say women, young girls, right?
First of all, she is absolutely, unequivocally denying all of that. She always has.
#MeToo, but for Ghislaine Maxwell, who procured underage girls for a paedophile. Epstein, of course, did spend time in jail, where he died by apparent suicide in 2019 after being charged with sex trafficking minors. And French model scout, Jean-Luc Brunel, that's another Epstein associate accused of sex trafficking by Giuffre, also supposedly committed suicide in 2022 while in a Parisian jail cell. That was after he was charged with drugging and raping a 17-year-old girl. The deaths were, to say the very least, suspicious. And another question that won't go away is whether Epstein's abuse ring had purposes other than sexual gratification. Now, according to the Daily Mail, Epstein list reignites suspicion the pedo financier was working for Mossad and blackmailing the elite with help of information he gleaned from useful idiot Prince Andrew after meeting Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak at least 36 times. Of course, Mossad is Israel's intelligence agency. Now, the article quotes a former Mossad operative, Ari Ben Manash, as saying this: "Prince Andrew wasn't being blackmailed, he was being used as a useful idiot. he was being used to bring in some of the celebrities. Ben Menash worked for Israel's military intelligence directorate from 1977 to 1987, and his allegations were backed up by Epstein's former mentor, Stephen Hoffenberg, who claimed that Epstein had referred to his relationship with Prince Andrew as his super